Wake up. Well, wake up. Got to do a report. Okay, got to report. Had this bad nightmare. That boys were going in the girls' room, girls were going in the boys' room, and nobody knew how to use any of the facilities right. They were doing all the wrong things with all the facilities. You know, I wasn't sure what to do at first. It seemed like in the nightmare that the only real solution was to do like Bill said and put XY chromosome on one door and you know, make it so that people knew by the chromosomes that they had which one to use. Well, I think there's a better solution as I think about it, though. You know, no decent moral human being, I don't care if they're gender confused or what they are, with even one firing neuron in their head, is going to promote allowing genders to use the other gender's bathroom, even gender confused people, because they know that's going to throw the barn door open for every pervert on the planet who wants to manipulate the situation, take a video camera in, or lie in wait for people, or whatever perverse scheme they might come up with in their heart. It's going to make it so that we have a need to go in and and take somebody out here and there, I'm afraid, and it's going to be far more incidents than the people that are gender confused. I'm not totally convinced anyone is really gender confused. We are in a generation where weirdness is rewarded, pretty much. I mean, people are given, you know, Miley Cyrus, okay, weird people that do things that you would never think anybody would want to do, are glorified for doing it. And you have, I love that one with the Star Trek crew looking at Miley Cyrus going, you know, what is this? and Spock raising his eyebrows and so on, and then the whole ship eventually blows up. But anyway, the ridiculous standards that we have, the non-productive things that are degenerating to relationships. People are not satisfied with relationships because they never have normal relationships that God intended to be. They have these weird, twisted relationships that the media is promoting the standards for, that deviate from the foundational things that God meant to be in relationships. Now, beyond that, though, we want to just look at today. I'm going to try to stay focused and not go too wide, so this turns into a long video. But we want to look at just how we should implement things here, and no moral person is going to say, knowing that every pervert is going to jump on this opportunity, and it's going to be way more people than the people that are gender confused, if there are any who are gender confused. You say there are, just best case scenario. It's going to be way more. And even if it weren't, even if one person gets hurt, what moral person is going to want to throw the door open so that it can happen? And this, you know, I mean, if people are kept out by the law, and you have a law that says if your chromosome is not this, then you can't go into this bathroom. If you have a law to protect from the people that want to be deviants and to do this, then it preempts 99.999% of the cases that are going to happen, obviously. You're going to have, once the law is that, hey, this is normal, then you can go ahead and do it, then you're going to have people saying, all right, I've got an inroad. I can go in and start bringing my video camera in and, you know, whatever. And this is just something that is not going to service the world well. People are going to get hurt, and any moral person is going to say, okay, even though I feel like I belong in the other bathroom, I can deal with feeling out of place. Do the facilities work for me? Yes, the facilities work. That's the whole point. You don't have to hold it. You can go in the stall and do whatever you want. There's usually a stall, and, you know, you can deal with your issue. Get out of there. You don't have to hang around in there and chat with the boys if you don't feel like chatting with the boys, okay? It's not that big a deal. And anybody who is a moral person is going to bite the bullet and just deal with the minor inconvenience of feeling out of place or whatever it is. knowing that people are going to get hurt. Trying to be Alex Jones today, but knowing that somebody's going to get hurt, or a lot of people are going to get hurt if this standard is raised where it's like anybody can go into anybody's bathroom. So I would just like you to today consider this, and consider that when people say there are two sides of the story, there really aren't. There's one side. There's the side where you realize sanely that it's going to be a bad situation, and you don't use your liberty to try to push for anybody to be able to use anybody's bathroom because of that. If you're a moral person, okay? If you're not a moral person, certainly you'll be saying, I need to go to the other bathroom. I can't deal with this. But if you are a moral person, you'll deal with it because you know of the harm that's going to happen if you don't bite the bullet and deal with the minor inconvenience, and it is minor. Okay, there's nobody is getting traumatized by having to go into usually an empty room and walk into an empty stall and go to the bathroom. That's just not that big a deal. If you're going to a sporting event, you might have a bunch of people in there. But that's, something you can deal with, I think, and you'll be able to wait till you have a straight shot to the stall and get your privacy and whatever you feel like you need to do there. Wear your dress in there. But yeah, if people... I've never seen a man that was wearing a dress that really looked like a woman too much, and I think people could just understand that and tolerate people that wanted to wear dresses, or some countries wear dresses. It's a norm in Scotland. So, well, they call them kilts, but anyway, it's not that big a deal. I don't mind that. I do mind the thought of this same person with the dress going into the girls' room, because I don't know what their motive is, and I'm afraid a lot of them are going to have a bad motive in doing it. So let's all call out the people that are pushing this and say, no, there's one side of the issue, and if you're not on the right side, you are promoting the throwing open of the barn door for every pervert to come in there, and that is wicked, that is evil. You need to change your mind. Okay, if you're going to be a moral person, if you want to be an immoral person, fine, but we're going to point you out and say you're an immoral person. You are promoting wickedness. Thank you. That's all we have to say. That's a pretty straightforward issue.